Hi, this is Reverend Ken Wilcox in St. Augustine, Florida. And today I'm wanting to share a little bit more of a story I shared with you last week. It's about an aunt of mine, Doris. She was actually an aunt by marriage, and she didn't come into my life until my early adulthood. And last week I shared with you that she had sent me, close to the end of her life, a really heartfelt Christmas card. And it means so much to me that I keep it to this very day. Today I wanted to share with you a little more about her life and really about a friendship in her life. She was, from what I could tell, just a very exceptionally loving person, but she didn't come from a loving family. They were very kind of cold and distant. Her son, who was about my age, when he was around 30, he contracted AIDS and he died. And after then, it seemed like the spark went out of Doris. Quite naturally. She had some friends, but her closest friend to her was her maid, Annie. Annie had helped Doris raise her two children. When Duffy became ill, Doris moved him back into their house, and Annie had helped nurse Duffy until his transition. I think I first saw just how close and loving the two of them were at the memorial for Duffy. The family had come back to the house to have hospitality. Annie was there not as a maid, but as a family member. I was sitting in the room with Doris, and she was just bereaved. And Annie came up to her and she told her, "Miss Doris, I'm going to fix you a plate of food." And she wagged her finger at her and she said, "And you are going to eat it." And indeed, she fixed her a plate of food, and Doris did eat it. Later on, she and Annie stayed together. Doris liked to tell the story of how she actually had the wealthiest maid in all of Macon. And here's how that happened. Annie's family had owned a plot of land on the outskirts of Macon since the Civil War. The city had grown up, and a developer came along and wanted to put in a strip mall, and he had bought up all Annie's cousins' plots of land, but she refused to sell to him. He built the development anyway, and when the county came out to give him the final okay to open up the mall, they told him he had to install one more exit. And to do that, he had to buy just a couple of feet of land from Annie. Well, she held out to the point that she actually got from him more money than all of her cousins got for all of their plots of land. And all she had to sell to him was just a couple of feet. I think she ended up getting a couple of $100,000 for that. Now, after she earned all that money, she still continued working for Doris. Doris would laugh to me and she'd say, "You know, I've got the wealthiest maid in all of Macon." She said, "I think she's been caring for me for so long now that she thinks that I couldn't do it for myself if it weren't for her." Doris would shake her head and she would laugh and she would say, "And I guess she's about right." You know, Doris did have the wealthiest maid in all of Macon, but it wasn't from sale of land or a bank statement. It was from the love within her heart. And that love allowed her to attract the friendship and caring that really made life worthwhile. You know, life can be a challenge, and the balm that will get us through it is from friendship and love. And when we open ourselves up to that love, no matter whether it comes in from places that we hope it will, parents and partners and family, or from places that we attract friends, it can be the balm to get us through this life and to really make it meaningful and joyful. So this is Reverend Ken at the Center for Spiritual Living, wishing you a very loving new year and a very joyful one. Until we meet again, many blessings.